Hi, I'm David Formhall. I'm a presidential candidate, but this isn't about my presidency. It's an idea for a better kitchen table. I was sitting down to eat the other day, and somebody was writing on the table and across down from me, and I kept telling them, "Quit writing! I'm gonna pull the table down." I found out rather than trying to scoop my chair up under the table, I live by myself. I just pulled the table down around me. So I was thinking, if you have a large family, and rather than pulling the table up next to you, I can't find a thing, but like you have them drawer rollers where you can you can have like a square table framework, and you can get something like this, where this bends. You get like a channel up from here where you put a post down in it, and you have that for your table leg. You have the post run up to another channel, and you put a post through that wooden post. You can varnish, and then you can move your table around. Anyways, this outside framework has these things like a drawer roller where you pull the drawer out, or rather than pulling the table up next to you, you pull the top of the table into you. You set your chair out a long ways from the table. You walk up to the table, and then you pull the table out to you. Okay, now when you pull the table out to you, you got this space in the center. You're sitting there in your chair. You can walk up to your chair and sit down and not have to worry about people coming in. And okay, now when you got this space in the center, you have exits out on one side. You would like if you had three people down one side and the two people in on one side, you'd have this fourth spot. You'd have the channels that'd be welded together. That'd be outside of where you sat, and you'd have one channel inside the other where you could slide it farther apart and expand it if you had more people. And you could add another one of these roller things. This roller thing runs down the bar in the center that comes out from the center to each individual roller thing. You can have a dozen of them on each side to support the table. Now this one table, because the framework's outside, you can have it, and this thing's lower than the thing. Both tabletops to be at the top, but you can also have this roller thing that the table rolls on lower, so you can have one whole side of the table lower for kids that are sitting in chairs, on little chairs. You can lower one whole side of the table down to their height and have the other side up. But anyways, the center of this table, because you got like four people, you have this fifth section where you got like a place to get into it with an ice chest. So you have this ice chest where you can drain it out with the end of the bathtub. You got a valve with one of these roll-up garden hoses with a reel. Okay, there's like a valve that's got like a ball where you just throw the switch. You hook that to where you drain the ice out. Now, like a 2-liter bottle of soda, you can have this sitting down inside this ice chest because there's nobody sitting there. You don't have to put much ice in it, but you can have water in there so that when you set the 2-liter bottle of soda or your wine in there, the water will come up. You have to have a drying towel to dry it out. You also, on this plate that has a U-joint that slide down inside this container, inside the container of ice, you have a plate that you set your milk on, or any other, like your iced tea in your pitcher, your gallon of milk, any other cold beverage that you don't have to wipe off. You set this on this plate that slowly slides down inside this ice chamber. Now you got the rest of the table. I don't know if you've watched TV at night, but they constantly sell these magnetic plates where you put the iron on top, and they show you it don't get hot on one side when this magnetic thing ain't there. You can go when this guy's welding your table up. You can have him weld the plates that are magnetic on one side, have the other side liquid in between it, and be out big enough. You have four of them. You buy two of these sets, four of them. So you can have one of the four with a thing that's scalding hot coffee. You take it, you have like a thing that fit around your arm, and you take in here, you hook the arm, you go in there, and you get a hold of it, you pick it up, and there's a pipe out. When when this pipe bends, there'd be a pin here. We'd come up inside and hold this thing, so you can carry this into the other end of the table. When the things are out, there's an open spot, so you can carry it in with nothing on it. It's got water in it on top of this plate. You can adjust your temperature out to the kitchen table. This thing's detachable. These arms are detachable. So when you run into your table, you can detach these arms and just leave this magnetic thing in there, inside the center. And okay, so you can somehow have that table below, because that ain't very thick. If you got kids, and when they get older, you can slide it up above it, but that thing ain't very thick, so it wouldn't take up much room. But you slide one end of the table on top, but you got this hole in the middle. So you got 4 of these things, hot plates, that you have at your kitchen table. You set to 4 different temperatures, one for your hot coffee, and then you have the other 4 plates with water around them, with a magnetic bottle that heats the water, with the plates that's big enough to fill up this section of table that's left over. You bring them out from the kitchen table with them. You have them rollers at auto mechanic shops where you pull the electric cord out with these things, and then you lock it and put it down the side so you don't trip over it. You pull the cable out from the kitchen where it's plugged into power strip out of the wall. You bring these 4 ends to the table. Then you put your hot meals on top. At the center, when everybody's sitting at the table, you put the rest of your food. So rather than carrying the food, you got the table all set up, all the place settings there. The people at the end, they double the place settings up. So you pull the table into you put these things on top of the table. You already have the ice there. You put your cold bottle in there. You put your cold wine in there, into the water, surrounded by ice. It don't go over the top. You can dry them off when you take them out. You got your milk sitting on there. You got your lettuce sitting on there. You have all your cold things down at one end and sitting on top of this ice. As the ice melts, it slides down into it, and then you got the thing to drain it in the bathroom with this garden hose. You shut it off and you lift one end of the garden hose, and you got to have a valve so it can siphon. You have a valve up there from the thing, so you open that up and you raise the garden hose up and dump it into your bathtub, and then you roll the garden hose back up. Okay, now at the end where the magnetic plates are, you got a container of water that's sealed off. You have a big hole at one end where you can put water into it, and it's up high enough you don't spill it on the way in. You got your things that you slide in with a pipe around it. With the post, you grab a hold of a rod out. So when this thing comes into the rod, into this other pipe, there's a pin here that sticks up. When you pick it up, it flips and it locks it. So you can take the handles off these magnetic things and get them out of the way, the 4 of them. You set your 4 temperatures at the table. These things have always got this water on there. Them arms will be easy enough to carry them, although they're heavy, with a long arm, with this pipe down your arm, with your arm stuck in it. You have your 4 different temperatures, food at the table. At the center, you have your stuff that don't have to have a temperature. And then at the other end, you got your ice. So now this is inside that framework where the rod runs. These rollers are hooked to this center thing. And then there's a thing out from this center thing for both ends of these rods where they slide out. These roller rods for like kitchen drawers. So you pull the table out to you on both sides. You have the place setting. Then you put the stuff. The person at the serving puts the stuff on the hot stuff on, and then they take the stuff from the countertop and put it on top of these plates. The one don't have water in it, but the thing's got water in it to run the area out to. You just have that round area, but you got a big area, bigger than the round area, that takes the water that heats the whole area. You have stainless steel and the cast iron welded together. You can pour the water out. You can put bleach water in there to boil it, to get it clean. Down where the ice chest is, You can have them things to pull it out of a section. You can have this all open so you can get it under with that wheel. You can move the table out and get it where you can clean in under it rather than crawling on your knees to clean under the table. You can pull the table around to get it under to clean it. Where the ice chest is, underneath the ice, you can have that drain into your garden hose. So you cook your food, you take it, you have this set up, so they're all sitting at the table with their place setting. They pull them out, they pull them underneath. Where they have the short kids, they pull them out and underneath. These things are adjustable. The height of these tables, you have the open end where this ice is, then the intersection, but these tables are adjustable. You can raise them up and down. The one's always on the high side, but you can also bring the other one up on the high side. So as the kids get older, you can get it higher than what they were. But I'm running out of time now. But anyways, it's an adjustable table, and you slide it out to you rather than pulling your chair up. With these rollers for the drawers, and you have the thing down the center that hooks both ends of them, and they pull. Then they go up with an adjustment to where you get the height of the table on both sides. You can get it low enough so you can have it lower on one side than the other. You can have 4 people on one side because it's above the ice chest, and 3 people on the other side. You shouldn't have more than 3 kids. They're setting the table. And then also, I also wear like old blue jeans. You can have them sitting in the chair, and so the legs of the blue jeans over your shoulders, and have a clothing protector. Where when you're eating, you have a clothing protector, and you throw these over your thing. You can go up around your neck. The blue jeans are over your shoulders, and the legs are hanging down. You could probably sew the legs together so they don't fall off, and then put a weight in there so they're hung down and they can hold you against your neck like a towel. You can take an extra pair of blue jeans and sew a towel in there so it's weighted across so you don't sew them together. But you take a blue jean pant leg, put a towel in there and sew it to both legs of the blue jeans. Then you throw over your neck that towel, pull it up against you without choking you. So you have a clothing protector. When you're eating at your kitchen table, you pull the table out, the tabletop out to you with all the place settings on it, and then you serve the person that's serving you, put the food in the ice, the hot plates are already there set and they're ready. They bring the hot dishes to the kitchen and put them on these water things that to disperse the heat from that center thing. You put your hot thing there, you got your hot coffee, you got your hot steaks, and 2 other things that are warm. You got your ice, and you move the table, and that's about it. But it's an idea.